Hi everyone, we are Team Leverage and Bark. We have took on the Smart Dog Color Challenge, and this team comprised of Han, Yan, Daniel, and Angel. So before we begin the challenge, we did some research and we realized that 68% of US households own pets, while 10 million dogs and cats get lost every year, according to Ally Market Research. So our problem statement is, how do we simplify the onboarding process of the Bark app in order to help dog owners keep track of their canine friends? To look at that, we look at some competitors, and we find that Fi is a very strong competitor. They have qualified 3 of the 4 top things that most customers want from Internet of Things, which is to quantify themselves, which is add data. They also enhance the walking experience of the dog industry, tracking industry, by having a Fi network of dog owners that can support each other and share. And they have optimized the machine by tracking using tracking and also nanochip at the same time. One of the biggest weaknesses we found is that they might have too many features that will create a long and big learning curve for their users. And for the most part, the user reviews indicate that they really only use the tracking feature. So learning from that, we did some market and behavior research. The first is that we learned that 76% of users prefer to do self-installations when they do Internet of Things. 33% do give up midway due to difficulties, and 71% prefer visual guidance, while 28% prefer audio guidance from Techsy survey. So combining our research, we found 3 common pain points from all the competitors and research we found, which is too many steps before reaching the homepage on the app. And for the most part, most people have a hard time when connecting with devices to find the ID of the device and connecting it to their phone to match up with the app. And more accurately, especially for tracking devices for dogs, dog owners often mention how they can't accurately trace the outline of their home to create the safe space / geofence. So to look at the onboarding process, we looked directly at one of our most strongest competitor, Fi, and we realized that they have 32 steps before we can reach the homepage. And those 32 steps might seem tedious. So in order to simplify that, we divided the 32 steps to 5 main steps that we want the user to go through by doing some mapping on Miro. And through the mapping, we created some wireframes. These are selected wireframes. 1 is to connect the device, 2 is to connect to the Wi-Fi, and 3 is to connect to the geofence. Those are the 3 steps that we thought would be the most difficult for users to do based on the research that we have done. And based on the wireframe, we did some usability testing and found generally good results, saying that it was intuitive. However, some were confused about the order, which is something that we have rearranged on our final prototype. So we're going to move on to the final prototype where Han will present.
Hi guys, welcome to Bark. Here we got the idea is that we're gonna put the most difficult part of the onboarding process up front and then allowing users to explore the fun features before they go to the boring part of setting up dog profiles and other not boring but not unnecessary stuff. So here you see that they are inputting a device ID, or previously they were able to scan a QR code in order to connect to the device via Bluetooth. And then here, after it's connected to a Bluetooth, it can be then it will allowing the device to connect to a Wi-Fi through this step. And then once you confirm, you're almost all set. And then now we are moving on to the next step, which is setting up the geofence. Here, it's asking you to confirm that this is the safe place for Mr. Bark, which is, dogs of yours. And then you will see a satellite of the location that you have input. And then here you can manually manipulate each of the 4 dots to make sure that you can get as an accurate range as possible. And then once you confirm, and then we reach out to the last step before you can explore other features, which is to protect your privacy and the security of your account. We will ask you to give it a username, email, and then password. After your account is created, you can explore all the new features. However, it's not, the profile is not done. Again, it's just allowing to do all the necessary steps so that you can just explore all the features, because who doesn't want to, it's a new toy, right? But then in order to explore all the new all the features, you should or you can set up a profile, and this is an example of how it looks like after the profile is done.
So what did we learn? We learned that we are able to bring 32 steps, which would take more than 3 minutes or 5 minutes, to 32 seconds by analyzing what people dislike and what is the main concern. We realized that people do not like onboarding process and want to spend less minimum time on it. So we give that option of onboarding in small chunks. And that's it.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.